Yes, this whole song is so good. This whole song is so good. Hey cryptic creatures, welcome back to the crypt. If you're new here, I invite you to stay for more goth, alternative, and generally spooky content. Today's video is very special because I'll be sharing one of my favorite musical artists, Vision from Altar of Visions, and Tragic Black. Today we will be reviewing an album that was released this year, so let's get into the video. Today we are reviewing an album that was released in August of 2020, Altar of Visions by Altar of Visions. This is the creation of Vision, who is the vocalist of the long-standing death rock band Tragic Black from Salt Lake City, Utah. I've been a fan of Tragic Black since I was 15 and I highly recommend giving them a listen. Links for Tragic Black are in the description below. Vision created a new project, Altar of Visions, this year. Today we are reviewing the first album, which is self-titled. I purchased the album on the iTunes store and you can do the same. Or you can stream the full album on Spotify, Bandcamp, or YouTube. So if you like what you hear today, you can go stream the album or purchase the album on any of those sites. In this video, you will find the main highlights and points as I go through and review the album. We will actually get to hear clips from the album itself, so they will be chopped up as I go through the main highlights. If you want to listen along with me to the full album, you can find the link to the full reaction and review in the description below. I reviewed this album several weeks ago actually, so there's gonna be a bit of a wardrobe change. Don't be scared! Now on to the review. So let's get into this album. It is 49 minutes long. We're starting off the album here, Altar of Visions by Altar of Visions, with the first song, Young Blood. Nice ethereal start, I'd say. Is that the word? Ethereal. It makes you want to dance. It's definitely danceable music. Like, you could definitely be playing this at the club. At the club. No, seriously, at the goth club. Ooh, okay. I love the vocals that he's doing in this track because they're kind of like this raspy, weird spoken singing thing that I have not really heard him do in Tragic Black. At least I don't remember. And this is a great song already. Great intro to the album, I would say. Ooh, I love this part. I guess it's like the bridge with his singing voice. Yes, this whole song is so good. This whole song is so good. Yes, 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 yes. And like, there's like, I don't want to say heavy is like an exaggerated word, especially if you listen to metal. This is not heavy, but like there are heavier elements than some other goth genres. And I think it's because Vision brings in that like death rock element. Right there, you really feel it. Now we're on to the second song. Okay, this is a bit more slow. It's still very dancey on this song. And then the vocals are more typical of a classic goth vocals, I would say. But I really genuinely feel like it's creative. It's combining different elements. It's surprising, and I like that. Oh, like this part's surprising. All of a sudden you're like, what does this remind me of? Oh my gosh, it's like a video game, almost. Starting at like 1 minute and 22 seconds of the song, like all of a sudden you're like in this like video game. Yeah, it's very surprising, and that's why I like it. Back to heavier kind of vocals. Oh, Tragic Black style vocals, yeah. Oh, I love it. I love that there's some sort of like screams in here. Just so many different vocal styles going on here. I'm gonna try not to repeat myself, but I'm just saying, it's nice. Call of the Forest, the Greenwood Pathway. Some more atmospheric, ooh, some like nature sounds. Yes, I feel the call of the forest. Kind of like wind, rivers, rain, possibly. Nature, a wolf howl. Oh. So this track is like all sort of ambient. An ambient track number 3. Song number 4 is Sardonic Laughter. And my dog approves. He came to say hello. Say hi, Bobby. My dog is actually looking at the album art, so I think he approves. Again, the vocals on this are different. They're different than the vocals on the previous songs. Like, it's again another new voice. Okay, so I was not sure if this whole album was Lord of the Rings related, but they just had like some voiceover talking about US inventories. I'm assuming like military related stuff, so it's probably a critique of like US Army, US government, not Lord of the Rings. Although I'm sure you could do both if you wanted to at the same time. Nice subtle fade out on that song. And now we're on to song number 5, which is Breath of Death.
The death toll.
Back to those creepy, raspy, growly, singing vocals. Lost in life's labyrinth, I come across the hidden gate. Grade A lyrics right there. Definitely critiques about the government, which I am on board with. Of course. Now some more like ambient sounds and like waves. Sounds like waves. Mother Moon, goddess of the tides. Well, that's why there's waves. Makes sense. Yeah, everything's done very tastefully. Ooh, it just got creepy. There's like albums that I like where there's like interludes or there's like some weird talking or like what do you call it, like a sample of something, and I do not like it. But I like everything in this so far. And we're on the 6th song. My I can't even not pronounce this. Ragnarok. Yes. Back to the dancey songs though. Out of all of the vocals in this whole album, I would say this song has the most classic goth vocals. God, I can't pronounce any of this stuff. Valkyries Quest. Valkyries Quest, and some crows cawing in the background. Out of all the interludes though, this is the least ambient. Like, there's drums in this one. Yes! This is the song that is a Lord of the Rings reference for sure, and it's so catchy. I love this song. I could not stop listening to it. It's so catchy, and like the Lord of the Rings reference lured me in for sure, but then I just couldn't stop listening to it. And this is Gandalf and like the Bell Rock. Just like the little choices that are made in the music, I really like. Ooh, that end, you know what, they awoke in the darkness, and the song ends. Gandalf! Yeah, it's awesome. I love that song. I want to say it's my favorite song on the album. More Gandalf references. Shadow and Flame. See, that's another Lord of the Rings reference. Ooh, I didn't know there was another one. See, this is why I was like, is this whole album about Lord of the Rings? This song is called To Awaken the Sleeping Bear, Cold Spirits of Darkness. But it also had a Gandalf like entrance or opening. 11, Hive Mind of Suicide. What's this about? Ooh. Some very classic gothy sounds. First it sounded like it was going to be more on the EDM side, but then it took a turn, and it's very classic goth. Sick world, a human disease, underlying states of discontent. Yeah, pretty much. This song probably needs a trigger warning for some people. Like, oh man, I don't want to say that's a lot, but it's was something about, I forgot what the first line was, then you slit your wrist. The drive to not exist. It's like, I mean, that's very relatable. I felt that. I know a lot of people have felt that, but just hearing it like that is like, it's a lot. You left on foot. So yeah, another interlude. I really like these interludes. I guess it's not an interlude if it's the end, but I guess you could say an instrumental song. That's an interesting end. Like, I'm trying to think about listening to an album and then this being the last thing you hear. Especially with the song before being Hive, Mind of Suicide. Not to get too analytical, but it really just, it's like you're just being sent off to your death. Like, that's like literally what the song feels like. That's how it sounds at the end. Like, what is it all about? I want to know. Like, literally every single song on this album was dancey, minus the instrumentals, which there were 4, I believe. Yes. And then, so 12 songs, 4 instrumentals, and all the other songs very dancey, an amazing mix of death rock, goth. I mean, it's mostly goth, but like very dancey goth almost. The electronic EDM, I mean, I guess it is actually, but definitely with like more gothy influences and death rock influences. So I just really like that combination. Of course, like I said, I'm a big Tragic Black fan, so there's a strong chance that I was gonna like this. But I really enjoy like this unique mesh of genres, and very much enjoyed the Lord of the Rings references that existed, even if the whole thing isn't about Lord of the Rings. But I want to know. I should ask Vision. We'll see. Out of all the enjoyment that you could have for album, I would say the most enjoyment, because I liked every single song. There wasn't one song that I was like, oh, I don't want to listen to this, or I don't like it, you know? Like, there's some albums that have that. Even if you really like the album, there's just like a song or like an interlude that you're just like, oh, I want to skip that. I didn't have a single song that I wanted to skip, not a single interlude or instrumental piece that I wanted to skip. So, highest rating that I could give it, 5 out of 5, I guess you could say. And I enjoyed it, so if you haven't given it a listen, go give Altar of Visions a listen. And that is it. So those were all of the main points and initial reactions to this album. I give this album a 5 out of 5 for a new goth release in 2020. If you enjoyed this video and want to listen along with the full album, please make sure you check out the link below, as my dog is trying to jump into my lap. Come on. And if you really like what you heard today, please make sure that you go stream Altar of Visions by Altar of Visions. And again, you can find that information in the description below. Let me know in the comments if you liked what you heard and if you would like to see more videos like this in the future. See you in the next video. Say bye, Bobby.